I have chronic fatigue syndrome, I have ME, and for people who aren't aware, that comes with a lot of symptoms, extreme exhaustion, pain, insomnia, ironically, and unrefreshing sleep, and anxiety. So it's really benefited me, the agile working and the flexibility. It's meant that I can look after myself but still do my job really well. I'm good at my job, but it's kind of enabled me to make sure that I can take the time that I need for myself and work in the way that I need to.
We have implemented, for example, flexible working practice, including agile work environment. So our staff are now focusing on the performance and the quality of work they do rather than hours that they work. We are quite flexible with where they can work from and perhaps juggling with their childcare or other family commitment.
Working with Chwarae has really changed a lot of our working practices here at the SU. For starters, we're much more flexible in our working patterns. I currently live an hour and a half's commute away, and they've been so understanding due to personal circumstances. They've adapted my ways of working and ensured that I'm able to still continue doing my role. So I now work flexi and I do 2 days a week in the office, but the other 3 I get to work from home. And depending on requirements, I can switch those days around as and when needed, which is amazing. So that's been a major help when trying to retain staff, because there's a real housing crisis in Wales and there's a few members of staff that have all been in similar situations.
So this is one of my first proper career job as I see it. I worked at a climate centre before, so it was much more rigid hours, 9 to 5 or 4 till 10 or something like that. So I had to always make like life and what I wanted to do fit around that. Whereas here it's just an absolute luxury. Unless I've got volunteer days, which I love anyway, I can pick my hours entirely so long as I attend meetings. So yeah, it's been great. Not really sure how other jobs are going to shape up to compare to this. So yeah, it's been really good.
For me, with children as well, it's so good to be able to go, I need to do the school run, leave, and then I can pick up work as well at home now as well. So it's very flexible, very forthcoming for women really.
At the start of the pandemic, of course, we all started to work from home, but I needed to continue to work at home because my husband was extremely vulnerable, so I needed to minimise my contacts with other people as far as I possibly could. And that continued even once some people started to return to the office. And the other aspect was that as my caring responsibilities at home increased, I needed not to be away from home for a full day, insofar as that was possible. So being able to work flexibly like that has really helped me a lot over the last couple of years.
I came back from maternity leave quite close to the time of the programme then, and I was full-time before maternity leave, and I was able to return part-time to my role. It just shows how supportive and flexible the organisation was. So I managed to condense hours into 3 days to fit around childcare, which is lovely. And then also now, so I'm back off leave with baby number 2 now, to another change again, so another flexibility. So I'm going into a job share now, coming back. So yeah, that's the biggest change for me then.
We've set up all new systems, we've got on Teams, we've come into the 21st century. Even things like going, meetings online to make it accessible for everybody. In terms of time and in terms of other commitments, it's made a big difference for me. It's probably increased my efficiency, but also given me the flexibility to look after myself. So for me, the agile working has been a huge part of it.